Yes. Okay, so now I'm recording. So we want to have our mat set up so that we have, you can see behind me, props available, socks, blankets. Because the Yoga Nidra will be about 20 minutes, we want to have all of our things to make ourselves cozy and comfortable for that period of time. This is also a great time to catch a bathroom break if you need it, because you don't want to disrupt the flow of this practice. So the concept deep rest. I feel like there's some sort of meme out there or something that's like depressed equals deep rest or something. Like I feel like that came into my consciousness or my awareness somehow, but I heard that I was to run this class. And so maybe not all of you are experiencing symptoms of actual depression, or maybe it's, seasonal, or maybe it's just the heaviness of everything that's been going on. But this practice is really for addressing that heaviness, and not in the way that I would with a solar class where we like invigorate your body with a lot of solar energy and get those things running, but in a more restful way so that we can honor our body's need to slow down and to be in that space. So one of the beautiful things about a restorative practice is that you can begin to notice your body in resting postures. I find that it's changed the way that I sleep. So, I might notice, oh, I'm sleeping in this weird way, and I can make subtle adjustments and almost put myself in a restorative posture. Or maybe you're having a couch day and it just kind of comes into your mind that you could support your body in a certain way and help to facilitate that opening in times of rest. So off of your mats. Obviously, this is a time that you've carved out for yourself, and this is a special time, but these are principles and practices that we can use off of our mat. So I won't go on too long about that. We have some very strong guides with us tonight, and I would like to start by calling in a circle. So if you'd like to sit comfortably, maybe legs crossed, and find a tall spine, lengthening up through the crown of the head. And drawing the shoulders down from the ears. We'll all bring our hands together and rub them, creating warmth. And this may be the first time all day that you've noticed your hands. So just come into this movement, creating heat. And when your hands have become hot, release your arms out to your sides, palms facing the center of the circle. And you see before you a circle of people and entities, energies, known and unknown. And you now receive through your palms a feeling of connection from the root that connects us all and the song that sings the universe. Through each one of us, we receive this energy through our palms. It surges into the heart space. And we feel ourselves truly connected here, heart to heart, holding space for one another for this practice. When we are sad or heavy, we can sometimes feel alone or lonely. And you enter into this practice connected. Draw that energy into your heart. And you'll begin your practice on your belly, taking a blanket and folding it into a rectangle. You can also roll up a blanket if you want more intensity, more of a fascial release in the belly, or you can make this completely restful. So the blanket here is meant to take the curve out of your spine. So dropping down, you can place it down at the hips and then up toward the belly. Maybe you have another blanket that comes up underneath, bringing your arms out to your sides to a goddess position, elbows in line with the shoulders, left ear to your mat. And making yourself comfortable here. So if you want just a little bit more comfort, maybe an unfolded blanket under the head. Option to place something underneath the elbow. Bring the big toes together, heels wide, or heels away from one another. And that will deepen the opening in the lower back. Once you have found this peaceful space, begin to connect with your breath. Long, slow, deep breaths fill the back body and down the backs of the legs. And perhaps you become aware of areas that feel blocked, that feel stuck. Breathing into those spaces. Settling all the muscles of the body, closing the eyes or softening the gaze. Each posture tonight will be held, so you don't have to worry about making fast changes. Make slow and mindful transitions. And once you have found your deep breath, release the need to change or alter the breath and simply allow it to be long and strong. Begin to bring your awareness to your entire front body, from the toes all the way to the left ear. Feeling that support and safety of the earth beneath you. Feeling her wrap her arms around you and hold you in this space. One of the common themes of these times of rest is becoming a hermit, pulling away, isolating. And that has really been the theme of the last year of our lives. And so I wanted to read to you from Anam Cara, a book of Celtic wisdom by John O'Donoghue, in a passage entitled Beauty Likes Neglected Places. Only in solitude can you discover a sense of your own beauty. The divine artist sent no one here without the depth and light of divine beauty. This beauty is frequently concealed behind the dull facade of routine. Only in your solitude will you come upon your own beauty. In Connemara, there is a phrase. It is in the unexpected or neglected place that you will find the lobster. In the neglected crevices and corners of your evaded solitude, you will find the treasure that you have always sought elsewhere. The poet Ezra Pound said something similar about beauty. Beauty likes to keep away from the public glare. It likes to find a neglected or abandoned place, for it knows that it is only here it will meet the kind of light that repeats its shape, dignity, and nature. There is a deep beauty within each person. Beauty is the illumination of your soul. And throughout this practice, I may say things that resonate and other things won't. And know that if you have heard it, it may very well be for you. And if you haven't, not to worry. There are other messages for you here. Breathing in that grounded earth energy. Send the right knee out to the side. Bend it. There's also the option to place something underneath the right leg. So propping up the right leg on a bolster or a blanket if you want some height or a deeper feel to this posture. You don't need it. It's all right to stay just as you are. Becoming aware of any muscular tension, letting that go, releasing into your breath. Start to bring your right leg back to center. And bring your forehead to the mat, reaching your arms up overhead. And then bending at the elbows, bring your hands together overhead in like a shark fin position. Connect the feet together and bring the knees out wide. So maybe you find support here. Your elbows are shoulder distance apart. Your knees are mat distance or more, depending on the proportions of your body. The soles of the feet are touching. Resting your third eye into the mat. And you likely feel an opening in the shoulders or under the armpits or maybe in the side body. If you're not feeling anything here, walk the elbows further away from you. We just want to feel a gentle opening. Connecting deeply with your breath and then releasing into that long, strong, natural breath. Start to bring the elbows out wide, arms back into that goddess position. Coming over onto your right ear, send the legs out long, big toes together, heels wide. And rest into your breath once again. Breathing that earth energy up into the body. Feeling comforted, held, and supported in this space. In your clay body, things are coming to expression and to light that were never known before. Presences that never came to light or shape in any other individual. You represent an unknown world that begs you to bring it to voice. Often the joy you feel does not belong to your individual biography, but to the clay out of which you are formed. At other times, you will find sorrow moving through you like a dark mist over a landscape. This sorrow is dark enough to paralyze you. It is a mistake to interfere with this movement of feeling. It is more appropriate to recognize that this emotion belongs more to your clay than to your mind. It is wise to let this weather of feeling pass. It is on its way elsewhere. We so easily forget that our clay has a memory that precedes our mind, a life of its own before it took present form. Regardless of how modern we seem, we still remain ancient sisters and brothers of the one clay. In each of us, a different part of the mystery becomes luminous. To truly be and become yourself, you need the ancient radiance of others. Begin to bend your left knee, sending it out to the side. Again, maybe supporting it on a bolster, just allowing it to rest on the earth. Just a subtle adjustment, staying on the same ear, breathing the same breath. With each posture, you become more soluble, dissolving into and surrendering into this shape, this moment, and this breath. or to bring yourself back to center, standing your hands underneath your shoulder. Slowly and gently press up onto your forearms. Shift your hips back toward your heels, coming into a child's pose. Third eye to the earth. And keep the knees together for this time. Maybe bring a blanket to support underneath the elbows, maybe a blanket or a bolster or pillow under the hip, just to connect the hips to the heels. Maybe a block or a book to raise the ground up to your third eye. Breathe into this connection between your third eye and the earth. This is the home of our intuition. A place of knowing. The end of one spiral and the beginning of another. And see this spiral extend down into the earth. You may find you receive images, messages. Allow or invite an intention to come into this space. Allow it to come in clearly, accepting it as it is. Perhaps you came here with an intention in mind, and this is not the same intention. And that is okay. Go with the one that has risen up into this third eye space. Begin to see, receive images, memories, thoughts, sense experiences related to this intention. For example, if it is love, a time when you felt that the most. If it's connection, a time when you felt most connected. Allowing these memories to conjure up further feeling. We see and hear a lot about trauma and about how we can re-experience times of pain or difficulty, times that hurt us. But that same ability allows us to access these memories, these sense experiences, and call upon them whenever we should need them. So allow yourself here on your mat tonight to call on that intention, call on those memories, or perhaps you envision something in the future. Imagination is just an expression of your subconscious, and it is valid also. And your beautiful, grounded third eye trusts itself, balancing the intuition with the intellect. All energies coming and going from this space. To the root, to the crown, to the sacral, to the throat, solar plexus, and heart. Feel your heart space. Send out its deep memories, memories of your clay form. Draw the spiral back into your third eye. Begin to walk yourself up to seated. Sitting back on the heels, a blanket, a block, so that we can set up our next posture. So if you have a bolster, this is going to be easier. If you're using pillows or blankets, make sure that they're firm. And we're going to prop up the end of the bolster. So have your pillow on an incline. This is a very slight incline. You can use a block to make it higher if you'd like. Again, also good to stack blanket. And we'll bring our left hip to the end of the pillow, the pile, whatever we have. And send the legs out wide. Flex the toes back toward the face and then point. And lifting and lengthening the spine. Left foot comes to the center of the right thigh, right foot behind you, flex the foot. And here you can always bring a blanket underneath the bum if you want more comfort. Keeping the spine long, turn and twist and look over your left shoulder. Walk your fingertips out on either side of your pillow, whatever is supporting you, and lower down onto the right ear. If that is too much for the neck, left ear is a-okay. Settling in. This is going to feel different for every body. So for some of us, this feels very intense. For some of us, this has very little sensation to it. So just noticing where you're at. If you wish for more sensation or the feeling of it being more open, we use our breath to create that. And also time and space do the opening for us. So relaxing the shoulder, relaxing the face, the knees and the hips, the toes and the heels. If you feel yourself holding up, let that go. Let it release. You should feel comfy and cozy and relaxed. Maybe you're able to tap into the sound of your own heartbeat, listening to the space between the beats. Relaxing more and more. I've arrived here heavy, and I release myself into the support around me and beneath me. I know that everything I carry, I do not need to carry alone. As I surrender, I begin to feel truly what those supports are. When I force or when I try, I cannot fully feel how truly supported I am. I surrender myself now. The power of that which I cannot control. The forces, energies, entities that are greater, bolder, and stronger than myself. I surrender to the rest that support affords me. Press into each fingertip. If you're on your right ear, turning onto your left. Really walk yourself out, turning over so that the base of your spine is at the bottom of your support. Lower yourself down, feet together, knees wide. Arms out to your sides, palms face up. For support, maybe bringing pillows under the knees. You can also take a rolled up blanket and wrap it around the tops of the feet and back up under the thigh. So we'll demonstrate that if you are interested. So just taking a blanket, rolling it up, connecting the soles of the feet together over the tops, and then drawing it back toward the hips. Settling in, it works best with a firm blanket. Arms out to your sides, so feel that opening across the shoulders. Lengthen the neck. Close the eyes and drop into this opening. And I invite you to remember the feeling, the sensation of being on your belly, of being grounded and held and supported. And know that that feeling is still with you. If you can call it up through the back body. As if you were made of the earth itself. First teaches us patience. The rock may sit somewhere for thousands of years, waiting for its time to go elsewhere. Everything has its time and its place in this material world. And your sole purpose at this time is to surrender. Surrender to your practice. Begin to bring your awareness to your palms. hovering above each one is an orb of light. Breathe into this energy. Feel your awareness of it grow. Your hands relax. And that's all we're doing here is holding. We're not moving this energy. We're not placing it anywhere. We're just allowing it to be flowing and growing, tangible in our awareness with each breath. If you feel comfortable to make the transition from here, bringing your legs into pinwheel, coming into your twist, or slowly bring yourself up to seated, finding your seat again, right hip to the bolster, legs out wide, lift and lengthen the spine, right foot to the center of the left thigh, left foot behind you, coming toward your support, and coming into your twist on the other side, left ear down. And if that's uncomfortable, coming to the right ear. Softening the muscles of the face and the shoulders. Breathing into your twist. Make space along the spine with your breath. Each exhale drops you deeper into your twist. Start to bring yourself back up to seated and make your way down into Shavasana. So maybe you place something underneath the thighs for comfort or support, maybe a rolled up blanket under the knees. If you have a bolster, maybe try a rolled up blanket under the ankles as well as the knees. Try to avoid putting anything under your head that will restrict the breath. So we want to keep the head connected to the earth, arms out at your sides comfortably, maybe placing a blanket over yourself. So just finding all those different ways of making yourself comfortable. And I'll give you some time to arrive in this state. Making sure that you're warm and cozy. If there's nothing else that you need. Now that you are comfortable, begin to focus your awareness on your breath. Taking a deep breath in for the count of 4. Holding for the count of 4. Exhale to the count of 4. Hold your exhale to the count of 4. Inhale for 4. Hold. Exhale. Hold the count of 4. Inhale for 4. Hold the count of 4. Exhale the count of 4. Hold your exhale for 4. Inhale for 4. Hold for the count of 4. Exhale for the count of 4. Hold for the count of 4. And continue with this breath. You may begin to see, feel, or perceive the 4 corners of this breath. And at the center is your intention. I inhale 4 and say your intention. I hold 4 my intention. I exhale 4 my intention. I hold for my intention. Continue this breath. Continue to repeat. I hold for my intention. I exhale for my intention. Whatever your intention may be, sending it to the 4 corners, out of the center. Now settling into a natural breath. Bring your awareness down to your right foot. Noticing now your right big toe and the next toe and the next and the next and the pinky toe and the ball mound of the foot, the arch, all the way around the heel, drawing your awareness up the back of the heel into the ankle and around the front of the ankle. Drawing your awareness up in spirals over the calves and shins, through the muscle tissue and skin and bones, to the knee, through the joint, and up through the muscles of the right thigh, the hamstring, the bone, standing up and connecting into the right hip, feeling your entire right leg relax, heavy, and drop into the earth. Now bringing your awareness down to your left foot, to the left big toe, feeling that nail, little pad, bottom of the toe, to the neck, feeling the space between the toes as you move your awareness to the neck, to the neck, on to the pinky toe, ball mound of the foot and arch, relaxing the heel, the ankle, feeling your awareness wrap around the ankle, up the shin, the path through all the tissues, down into the bone, and up more and more to the knee, feeling the knee heavy and relaxed as your awareness travels up into the thigh, the hamstrings, and the quadriceps, all the way through the connective tissues, up and connecting with the left hip. Feeling and relaxing all of your reproductive organs now. Your sacrum, pelvis, lower back, all heavy and relaxed. Your entire lower body fully and completely relaxed. Moving across the flesh of your buttock and your back, your belly to your belly button, and onward up through the lower ribs, front and back, middle rib, front and back, all of your organs, your lungs, relax. The upper ribs and the chest, feeling your heart settle in, soften and relax. Cross the chest, the right shoulder. Move your awareness down the flesh and muscle and bone of the arms, the elbow, the forearm, the wrist, and out to the thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and pinky finger. Feel your awareness move back up the palm, back of the hand, the wrist, the elbow, and back up to the shoulder and across the backs of the shoulder to your left, and feeling that awareness move down the flesh, connective tissue, muscle, and bone of the left arm, the elbow, the forearm, and wrist, and out to the thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, pinky finger, and moving back up over the palm and the back of the hand, up the forearm, the elbow, back up to the shoulder. This awareness moves down on the base of the neck, upward, softening and relaxing the throat, vocal cords, and all of the nerves and muscles that connect to your head, your ears, moving through the right ear, the eardrum, the opening of the ear, down the earlobe, and up across the right side of the face through the jaw and the cheek, softening and relaxing the right eye, eyelid, eyebrow. Everything relaxes. Moving up the left side of the face, from the chin, across the jaw, to the left ear, around the rim of the ear and the back, down into the eardrum, the ear canal, back up to the opening, across the earlobe, running your awareness up through the cheek, the left eye, eyelid, eyebrow, all soften, and through the center of the face, the lower lip, upper lip, tongue, roof of the mouth, right nostril, left nostril, bridge of the nose, the forehead, where it meets the hair, and down through the scalp. Your whole body now completely heavy and relaxed. And staying here, with that strong and beautiful intention you have set for yourself. I arise today in the name of silence, womb of the word, in the name of stillness, womb of belonging, in the name of solitude, of the soul and the earth. I arise today, blessed by all things, wings of breath, delight of eyes, wonder of whisper, intimacy of touch, eternity of soul, urgency of thought, miracle of health, embrace of divine. May I live this day compassionate of heart, gentle in word, gracious in awareness, courageous in thought, generous in love. Remember your intention. What was your intention? What energy, entity, resources within and without do you have to bring this intention about? I arise today in the name of silent womb of the word, in the name of stillness, home of belonging, in the name of the solitude of the soul and the earth. I arise today, blessed by all things, wings of breath, delight of eyes, wonder of whisper, intimacy of touch, eternity of soul, urgency of thought, miracle of health, embrace of divine. May I live this day compassionate of heart, gentle in word, gracious in awareness, courageous in thought, generous in love. What was your intention? Be reminded of it now. I arise today in the name of silence, womb of the word, in the name of stillness, home of belonging, in the name of solitude, of the soul and the earth. I arise today, blessed by all things, wings of breath, delight of eyes, wonder of whisper, intimacy of touch, eternity of soul, urgency of thought, miracle of health, embrace of divine. May I live this day compassionate of heart, gentle in word, gracious in awareness, courageous in thought, generous in love. Start to come back now, deepening your breath, bringing movement into the face, the hands, and the feet. Come back into your body fully, feeling yourself here on your mat, in your room. Body still relaxed. And I will leave you in Shavasana today. So we're not finished yet. Before we finish, and if you would like to take a transition up to seated, if you have something else to do, you can follow these instructions, or you can stay reclined, maybe transitioning into sleep. But I ask if you don't transition now, that you do it in this way when you do. So honoring this process of death to life. this beautiful rebirth that we experience at the end of every practice. Finding those movements in the body, maybe standing the feet on the earth, rocking the knees from side to side, moving the legs however feels right, moving the arms as well, moving the head from side to side, from ear to ear. We'll all take a moment to pause with the right hand to the heart space and the left hand to the belly, feeling into your heartbeats, feeling into your breath. And this is your moment of gratitude. So finding whatever it is that you're grateful for today, allowing that to fill your heart space, to travel out with the pulse and with the breath. And this could be hearing a word, seeing a face. Allow whatever comes to you to be what it is today. Sometimes we can be surprised what we're grateful for. And if you are transitioning up to seated, turning over onto your right side in the fetal position, this is your moment to recognize and receive love from yourself. Waking up each day is an act of love. Feeding ourselves, surviving, paying our bills, all of these things are acts of love. And so this is our moment to receive that love from ourselves, to acknowledge it. Thank ourselves for showing up to our practice, not just the practice, all the ways that we show up for ourselves. And if you're transitioning up to seated, doing that now, finding a comfortable seat. And we can all, if we don't already have our hands there, bring both hands to the heart space. Thank you so much for joining me in this practice. I hope that it has brought you some peace, some awareness, and that feeling of connection, that we are not in this alone. Thank you so much, always.